to the Jewish community, to the innocent Jews. We won't stand by, okay? Don't believe your hierarchy in your community who lie to you about who we are, okay? We're decent British people. We love everyone that wants to integrate and assimilate, as all Jews have pretty much, into our country, all of them. They love Britain. They sing the national anthem in their bloody synagogues. They're loving people. They're not terrorists. They don't declare war on us. So make your choice, Britain.
After the London stabbing, one of the loudest reactions online came from Tommy Robinson. And as usual, it's dividing people. Some see him as someone willing to say what others won't, especially when it comes to Israel and the Jewish community. Others think his rhetoric crosses a line. So instead of reacting emotionally, let's actually watch what he said and break it down, because there's one part near the end that people are completely missing.
Back in the UK, yeah? I landed back yesterday, I was jet lagged, and I saw the development of the terrorist attack in London. Do you know the group who claim responsibility? An Iranian-backed terrorist group who have now done 7 successful terrorist attacks in Europe, multiple in London. The ambulances, now 2 innocent people stabbed by what they're calling a British. He's Somalian, he's not British, he's Somalian, and he shouldn't be here, yeah? But what this shows, because Keir Starmer, our coward of a leader, decided not to back our closest allies, who we need, yeah? Our closest allies against the Islamic supremacist disease that have hijacked Iran, yeah? He decided not to back them because he was trying to appease these in our country. Do you not understand why appeasement doesn't work? Look at the times of Churchill. Appeasement is not the option. You have to stand up. Now, by appeasing, some people, he done it because he didn't want a big jihad on the streets of our country, as did most our European neighbours, because they're cowards. And they've imported millions and millions of people who are hostile to our nation. They'd rather let the Jews get killed. That's what our leaders would rather do than upset this bloc. Think about it. They let an entire generation of our daughters be raped rather than upset this group. So they've surrendered the Jews to you people who are continuing and elevating this attack against innocent Jewish people, which is happening across Europe and across the West, America, everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. The 2 groups siding together, 3 groups, far left, far right, the real far right, the Nazis, and the Islamists, all coming together. All of them. Now, for the people in Britain that don't understand, first comes Saturday, then comes Sunday. It might be the Jews today. When all the Jews are driven out, which they're going to be, the highest paying tax group in our country will leave. Of course they'll leave. They can't defend themselves, can't arm themselves, and they're being fed like lambs to a slaughter. Their schools are being attacked and targeted. Their synagogues are being targeted. Do you know in 2023 there was 9,000 attacks against churches? 9,000 against churches. There were 2 against mosques. Keir Starmer gave them 60 million for their mosques. Gave churches 5 million. Can you not see what's happening? To the Jewish community of Britain, they don't care about you. You don't hold powerful enough voting. They've surrendered you like they surrendered us as working class. They don't care. They hate the Jews. They hate the Christians. They hate us all. They hate us. And to those who think you can just appease them, this has to come to a head now. You can't wait another. If Iran were left and Donald Trump didn't do what he's done, in another 10, 15 years, how many more soldiers have they got on our streets? How many more proxy armies are here? How much more funding do they have? How much more organised are they? How much more? This doesn't stop here. This heads to one almighty collision. That collision either starts now, when people stand up to them, stand up to the government, stand up to the appeasement, stand up to the cowardice. We don't want innocent Jews to have to leave this country. We don't want innocent Brits fleeing this country. Jews, non-Jews, everyone wants to flee this country. Look at the amount of successful, wealthy people who are leaving this country. We don't want them to leave. Do you know who want to leave? The Somalian Romans, the terrorists, the jihadists, the ones who don't work. That's who we want to leave. Not the good, decent people being forced to leave their own towns. Not women being scared to walk into their own town centres. That's what's happening. And it's all happening at the allowance by our government, who are too weak and cowardly to say anything and stand on the right side of history. That our government should have been in there, taking them Iranian terrorists out. Not appeasing them, saying they can plan attacks on innocent people in our country. During in the last few years, 10 attacks funded by Iran in our nation. 10 attacks, and still they've got an embassy in our capital city. Keir Starmer, you weak cowards. Get rid of their embassy. Get them terrorists out of our capital city. Get them gone. to the Jewish community, to the innocent Jews. We won't stand by, okay? Don't believe your hierarchy in your community who lie to you about who we are, okay? We're decent British people. We love everyone that wants to integrate and assimilate, as all Jews have pretty much, into our country, all of them. They love Britain. They sing the national anthem in their bloody synagogues. They're loving people. They're not terrorists. They don't declare war on us. So make your choice, Britain. Okay, I won't stand by. I've made my choice quite clear. When the Hindus were attacked in Leicester, the peaceful, loving Hindu community were attacked, we stood by them. When the Jews were attacked, we will stand by them. We won't remain silent. To the Jewish community, we stand with you.
There's a lot to unpack here, and I know people are going to see this from very different angles. So I'm curious, what stood out to you the most? Let me know in the comments below.
We won't stand by. Love, peace.
If you have a 401k or an IRA, please listen. Gold is at record highs. What many people don't know is this. You can move part of your retirement money legally and without tax penalties into physical gold you actually own. Alpha Omega Gold helps you do this through a gold IRA. Your gold is real. It is stored safely. It is in your name. Learn more at ao.gold/stand. Alpha Omega Gold is our sponsor, and they proudly stand with Israel.